So people knew I was bringing all the stuff back here, and I was the main importer in England of gear, steroids and the blues, and people talk. It got to Interpol, and the Interpol were tracking my flights, and they knew where I was going. They just came around with guns, and they went, right, you under arrest. It was in the newspapers over there, the front page, the biggest seizure in Spanish history of pharmaceutical drugs. Catted me up, and they were doing their investigations. I was under remand for a year and a half before I even heard anything. And then I had to learn the language, because everybody there, nobody else was English. I didn't fit in anywhere, because I was Sikh and I was English.
Welcome back to KRM TV. We're bringing you the most exciting interviews from around the world. Today, delighted to be in Newcastle with the main man himself, Chet Sandhu, the King of Karachi. Chet, how are we doing? Happy New Year.
Cool, Happy New Year to you too, yeah.
Thank you, and thank you very much for the opportunity. It's much, much appreciated.
Sure, no problem, man.
So a lot of you guys out there are going to know all about Chet. He's a bit of a YouTube veteran. He's had millions of views. Latest things, sort of Lad Bible. We'll put the links below. He's done so much stuff on Sean Atwood over the years. But for people who don't know, Chet's got an absolutely insane story. He ended up sort of culminating in him bringing back steroids and Valiums and stuff like this from Pakistan after doing other countries back to Spain, end up getting busted, and luckily end up getting a 4.5 year sentence in Spain. Lots more stuff happened since he's come back from there. But Chet, let's get into it and find out how you sort of ended up at these points and that. So, if possible, we'd like to go back with all our guests, look a little bit into their background and see what sort of created them into the person they are today. So, in yourself, always been from Newcastle area?
No, I was born in Hitchin, Hertfordshire, till I was about 4. Then I went to schooling in Huddersfield, West Yorkshire, until I was 15. And then my old man bought a shop up here, this area, and then I was stuck behind the till, so that was my progress until then. And so it was the shop really what made me change my mindset. I had loads of other thoughts in my head, at first year. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to be this, I wanted to be that. I was a quiet boy, but getting stuck up here, putting in, because we were the first brown faces in the area here back in 1984. And it was quite hard work then. And it was all that I just like, it just changed my mindset,
So a lot of discrimination, you think, sort of created sort of fire inside of you. Did you have bigger brothers or anything like this, sort of take care of you, show you the way?
No, nobody like that, unfortunately. I did have a brother, but he moved to Manchester, and now he lives in Tuscany. Vineyard he has there, but I got no help from nobody like that. Not from the Asian community, none. They weren't really interested because they were all in the same boat up here. They were all getting abuse as well. They had shops, what they'd bought. They were all in the same boat. They were all getting shit. And it was one of them where handle your own shit.
So was it a happy childhood up until that point though, when you sort of
No, not really happy childhood. The first time I got a present was when I was 7 years old, and that was a box of Maltesers. Never been abroad until I was 18, and just made to work really. Had to work, because that was the ethics from the Punjab. Like my mother, when she was 5 years old, she had to work. They had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and clean out the farm. Clean out the cows, the chickens, what animals we had in India on the farm, and she had to do that for 12-hour shift, and that's at 5 years old. And there's kids now you see at 5 years old what do not have a clue really, They're not waking up at 5 a.m. and going to work in the farm outside. But these are the ethics, what they put into me. Because my parents thought because they lived over there, they could bring us up like how they were, you know, but they don't understand. This is England, you know. It's a totally different place here.
I've seen it myself with my Indian friends and that, and their parents expect them to work in
They
their businesses
expect it.
for free, forever.
Forever.
And,
Forever.
Yeah. And it is,
Yeah,
like I say,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
expected, isn't it?
You know, it's England here, you know, it's a totally different story. We have to deal with everything else that's happening around us here. It's not like over there where everybody shows you respect and this and that, you know. Here, you just get abuse and abuse and abuse. So it was like a total mixture. Cultures, what came to me, and it was hard to take, you know, because I didn't have a clue about any of it. Especially from moving from Hertfordshire to Huddersfield up to Newcastle here. It was all a bit of a mind blower.
Of course. And were you ever in trouble as a kid? Did you have any police trouble or anything like this, or was it the sort of discrimination that sort of ended up culminating in you?
Right, trouble as a kid back in Huddersfield. Shoplifting, I got nicked for twice because we didn't have no money, but I just used to steal to eat, you know. Things I used to steal, it was food, and but that's how it was back then, until we got this shop, and then we started to roll, and then things moved on.
So this, when they moved up here and got the shop, they hadn't had shops before, so sort of...
We had a shop in Huddersfield.
Yes. So...
Had that for a couple of years, yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't good, because we were opposite a reggae club, the shop. The reggae club was 24/7. It never shut. It was... my bedroom was opposite them, and all you could hear was like reggae music, bang, 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 every night. And then they used to come in the shop and try and steal. My dad couldn't really handle it. He used to like just have a break and put me and my sister on the till. But we were only 14 and 13 at the time. So when there's big black guys who come in the shop, yeah, there's not a lot that a kid can do. And so we dealt with that one. So that was a hassle we were getting down there. That was off the black people, and then we moved up here, and then we get a hassle of the white people.
So did your parents never consider moving down south, or have you got family down there?
No, down south, no, because it was far too expensive.
Yeah.
Far too expensive. The money that we had to go somewhere cheap, and that's north.
Yeah.
So this is where the only way we could start a business was to move up north, buy a shop, and make a fresh start sort of thing. Because if you go down south, you do need a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
It's expensive down there. So, like I said, once you're working in the shop and you're sort of getting discriminated against, and is this what led you sort of jumping into the gyms and stuff and thought, right, I'm gonna...
Well, yeah, it was all the abuse, but we took the abuse for like years, from 15 to 21. From 20 I started to train. And because you just have enough, and then I thought, listen, this isn't the way forward here, to have a life like this. So I just wanted to move on from this, to move on from that. When I was 20, I got my clothes shop, Substance, which was difficult to set up here, because back then Newcastle was still a bit backward from the south.
Okay.
And the clothing I had, I was selling Vivian Westwood, Nick Coleman, Destroy, Joe Casely Hayford, labels what have never been seen here, you know. And
ones,
yeah, expensive. So it was the gay community who used to come and buy. Ladies wear also I sold. 2 floors of shop was on. But I used to go to Milan, Paris, London to buy, to order. But the things I was ordering, yeah, was the things I liked, yeah. What I think girls have been, you know, it was just my choice really, which was wrong. I should have picked what I know what's going to sell.
Yeah.
Yes, so I made a mistake in that one, and through that, credit card fraud I was involved in. with families from the West End of Newcastle. Certain ones, don't want to mention the names, but there was about 3 or 4 of them. They were just they had guys who would snatch handbags, do this, do that, steal, bring in a credit card, and back then you just had the roller machine, you know, and it was easy to just smash a card in for £1,000.
So was it through the shop sort of struggling as such that you sort of fell in? Did you fall into these sort of credit card frauds and stuff like this?
Credit card fraud, yeah, I fell into that because
these are the first crimes you'd ever been involved in, other than the shoplift petty stuff.
Heavy, heavy, yeah. So that's what I was doing, and then I was told the police are watching my shop from across the road. Cameras were watching me because gangster families were walking into my shop, and they were thinking, well, obviously he's like involved in more than just cards here. It must be drugs, it must be this, it must be that. I got told this, so what I did in the end, which was quite bad, I ripped off a lot of people who I bought clothes off, and then I sold everything off in the end. There was like pieces for £300 to £400. On the last day I sold for £5.
Wish I'd known you.
I put a sign in the window, everything, £5. There was Moschino, Westward, there was like top labels, and then boom, sold out all of it. I got the money, and then I became a doorman. In Newcastle. So that was my only option. So I started the doors, and from there, steroids I was into, I could get them and obtain them. The other lads, they wanted them, so I supplied them. So it just started off slowly. And then I was going on holiday at a time with my wife and the kids. We were going to Greece, Turkey, Spain, just all these areas around here, bringing back a little bit of gear and moving it on, and that's what I was doing. But then I wanted to take it to a higher scale. Yeah,
let's do this.
High scale. Yeah, I wanted to go to the source.
Yeah.
You know, where it comes from originally, and I sourced that. Karachi is the place. Karachi was a place because nobody wanted to do business with Pakistan, because at the time Al Qaeda, Taliban were like sort of rising up then, and I was told, because I'm a Sikh guy.
That's what I was going to ask, like being an Indian.
I'm Sikh, yeah. Sikh. So I changed my name to Jet Khan.
But can you get away with this? Because if you meet a Pakistani man or Indian man, can you tell between straight away with this?
They can.
But because you're English, you could sort of half get away with it.
Well, yes. And we both speak the same language, sort of, and I just said, listen, I ain't that clued up because I'm born in England.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't speak the same as you.
A bit ignorance to
well, it, you know, it's... so I did get away with that, and it worked.
And talk to me about how dodgy Pakistan was then at these times.
How dodgy it is, right.
You went out there without a link to get them, didn't you? You had to try and find a link.
No links, yeah. 0 links. I went with my 2 half cousins. We had to go ask around, do this, do that. I was told if they find out you're a Sikh, chances are they will kidnap you. Taliban, they will hold you, contact your family, say we want $500,000. If you don't pay, then he's dead. But all this, I wasn't asked, you know. I just thought, fuck it, I'm just going to make my moves. If I die, I die. That was my ethics.
So then you become a bit fearless at that point due to all the discrimination and all the stress and the hardship you've been through.
All that, and the steroids I was taking as well. Yeah. They don't make your mind good anyway, because then I was quite big as well. And it was all like a bit of a mix-up of everything, you know. My mind wasn't straight. I wasn't scared of nothing then. Yep. Nobody. Or for anything. Taliban, Al Qaeda, I said they can suck my dick. This was at the time, right? No offense to Al Qaeda, yeah?
You'd be the next bomb.
Don't be doing all that to me, yeah?
Next bomb would be in Newcastle.
Second bomb. Right, okay. And apart from that, I made the links.
And so, how would you go about it when you're out there? Would you ask taxi drivers or what?
Right, taxi drivers, no.
To a pharmacist, a chemist, or something, and try and get.
Yes, at first, yeah. But what we did was we stayed in this hotel, yeah, where the 8th floor was full of prostitutes, Turkish, Russian. It was the only one what did this, but everybody, like the chief narcotics of Karachi Airport, the chief of police, all the top people, they used to come there to fuck the girls. And I was always there because I was on the 8th floor. And so I met them all there, and I told them, they know, listen, why are you here, you know? We know you're not like a Muslim because they see my passport at the hotel.
Yeah.
And so I explained to them, and they went all right. They were okay with it. Even the chief of police gave me a lump of hash. He gave me a lump of hash. He went, that's for you, I like you. But they wanted to see if I was like a Muslim because they wanted me to fuck a prostitute in front of them.
Yeah.
They said, fuck her in front of you. We want to have like a little show because you're big, muscly. They're all like smallish, and they just wanted me to fuck this girl. And so I went, go on then. But the girl wouldn't do it. She went, no, I ain't gonna do that, yeah. No, so that never happened. And maybe they just wanted to see if my dick was cut or not, you know?
Okay.
To see if I was a Muslim or not a Muslim, yeah. So that was the plan behind that. But after that, they did take care of me. The chief narcotics officer at Karachi Airport was paid off, £100 a suitcase. He said, you bypass every x-ray machine, you bypass us, you bypass everybody. When he used to meet me at the airport, boom, he was always there, where people have to go through the procedure with a cute, no, none of that. Straight through, all the way through, as if I was like, you know, like a boom actor or whatever.
Yeah. That's
how I got trapped.
And obviously, went without saying that you got them at dirt cheap price out there in Pakistan.
Yes.
Like, how much would you sort of be expected to make? Say you bought £1,000 worth out there, what would that convert to?
Right, volume, yeah. Okay, volume, I was paying £9 for 1,000 tablets.
Yeah.
In Scotland, they go for £2 a tablet. So you can work that out yourself, you know. $2,000, I could. That was a street price, and I was paying £9. But I sold in bulk. I was selling for £150 a tub. Costing me £9.
Yeah.
So the markup is massive.
Yeah, of course.
Mules I had also. Mules I used to take with me. I used to pay them £1,000 each.
Yeah, because you had some successful trips before.
Well, yes. We all walked with them. They got paid £1,000. I paid for all the holiday, their trip, all that, the food, the costs. I didn't pay for their prostitutes, so yeah. I went, that's your fucking job, yeah.
I bet they're cheap enough out there anyway.
Not really.
Not
if you want one, it's like here, it's weekly man's wage. So it's only the top level who can afford this.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I mix with all the top level people there.
Mm. So by that point there, you were sort of living the good life at that point in a bubble where everything's going well. You've had a few successful trips.
Yeah.
Selling lots of steroids and Valiums.
Yep.
Taking lots of steroids yourself and probably
I'm volume and everything else. Yeah.
And so then eventually in '99, you've gone back out to Pakistan again for the next trip. And
right, Interpol were watching me now at this point.
Create some heat back here, or just take lots of trips.
Well, yes,
going
people
to these source
like
countries. It must be.
Pardon?
Going to these source countries, you must put yourself on the radar going to Pakistan.
Well, yes, and also people knew I was bringing all the stuff back here, and I was the main importer in England of gear, steroids, and the blues, and people talk. It got to Interpol, and Interpol were tracking my flights, and they knew where I was going. And then I lost a load from Karachi to Amsterdam to Newcastle. I lost that one.
How did you lose it? The bags didn't come around? Or?
Yes, the bags never came round. They said that they're on the next flight. They said that they're on the next flight, and I went, right, that's a fuck up. We can't go get them ones. And then I got a phone call saying that we've x-rayed the bags. If you come to collect these bags, you're going to be arrested. So I was like, right, okay, so that's that lost.
Was there no way you could just get your people to start just sending it directly back, or would it not get through?
Tried that in parcels. I made little boxes of it, posted them, of different people's passports, IDs, different addresses, different this, different that. No, all got stopped.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So
yeah.
So then you've ended up in '99 then flying back, and there was a few of you there. So you've ended up coming back. Was it directly to Alicante, or was it? Did you go
right,
to
it was
Amsterdam again?
Karachi. Right, the first flight was from Newcastle to Barcelona, Barcelona to Karachi, and then it was Karachi to Alicante. Alicante, and then it was going to be from Alicante. I was going to get the train, not the flight. You know, we were going to get the train back because I've already lost the load. You know, so I think if they see my name on the airport, boom, it's going to go ding in it. So we're going to get the train back. But they knew what I was doing, so landed at Alicante with 2 mules. We had about 500,000 worth of gear on us, and they just came around with guns, you know, and they went, right, you under arrest.
And what was that feeling like on that day then, obviously?
The feeling was like, what the fuck? But I felt sorry for the 2 guys I had with me. It was a boyfriend and his girl. They were only young. It was the first time that they'd been abroad. And I felt for them first. I thought, what the fuck? I thought, I can handle this shit, yeah? But they're in this now as well. And when we were getting interviewed, they did try and put all the blame on me. Because that's what the Spanish police are like. They just pulled out the guns. I had rings on me, I had this on me, that on me. Took it all off me. You ain't getting nothing back. You're fucked. You're going to get 10 years here. And that's what they told them. And they were only 19 and 21 at the time. So they was the first time that they've ever been abroad. Karachi, for a holiday, it's not the best place the first time for the
100%.
first holiday.
But did you know how serious it was, or did you think it wasn't as serious because it
Right,
was values
yes.
and stuff like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
In this country, Class C. In Spain, Class A.
Yeah.
In Spain, they only have 2 Class A, Class B. Class B, marijuana, cannabis, hash, pollen. Class A is everything else. They worked it out like this. Diazepam has 10 milligram of that in a tablet. The tablet weighs, I don't know how many grams it weighs, yeah? 50 grams or whatever, but it was 10 milligram in a tablet. So they added all the 10 milligrams up in 250,000 tablets, and they said, right, you've got 2.5 kilo of a Class A drug. I went, how can you do that? Yeah, you can't take out, that's like, I thought, what, really? And they went, yeah, you're fucked here. So he went, what you're looking at is 10. If you make a deal, you'll get 9. And in the end...
And where were you at this point? You've been reminded to...
Yeah, to...
Fonkelent, yeah.
Fonkelent, yeah.
And that's meant to be a crazy prison, isn't it?
That was fucking crazy, yeah, mental. It's one of the worst Spain, one of the worst in Spain, because it's an old jail. Catted me up because of the amount I had. They thought I had yachts there, they thought I had houses there, cars there maybe. They wanted to take all that off me. So catted me up, and they were doing their investigations. I was under remand for 1.5 years before I even heard anything.
And that's the worst time, isn't it? When
Yes. And then I had to learn the language because everybody there, nobody else was English.
Yeah.
All Spanish.
Lots of foreign mafias.
South American, Russians,
Lots
Germans,
Moroccans as well.
Moroccan, Algerians, Gypsies, original ones. It was all like a mix of it, yeah. I didn't fit in anywhere, you know, because I was Sikh and I was English. So
I bet that was an absolute nightmare out there. You can't speak the language, and how would you even go back getting a lawyer? Did you might meet one through the court process? And
firstly, I got one. He was shit.
Duty.
Yeah, well, not duty. Somebody told me, get this one. $2,000 I paid him. He said, I'll get you bail. I went, go on then. He didn't get me no fucking bail. It was only when I could speak Spanish that I started to talk to the top heads there, who were in for 160 kilo of cocaine from Panama, Venezuela, Morocco, Algeria, bringing in kilos and kilos of hash. They said, you need a bent lawyer. They went, this is your man. And so they stuck me in with this geezer. And he says, right, he says, I want $3,000 and then I want another 6 to pay the judge. And you'll get 4.5. I went, right, will I? He went, yeah. I went, go on then.
Over the moon with that, if you could get that.
Well, yes.
You did a remand as well for a year and a half.
Yeah. So that was like 4.5. He says, out of that, you have to do 3. I done a year and a half. It was coming up to 2 years. So I went, right, go on then. I went, yeah. Go on, I'll take that all day long.
And so you end up going to court, and he did end up managing to get you
And he did the job, yeah. And he did the job. It was in the newspapers over there. The front page, the biggest seizure in Spanish history of pharmaceutical drugs. Still is the biggest seizure. No one's done my record yet.
Yeah.
This is 1999 as well. No one's ever done it. And but apart from that,
well, fair play.
That went well. But that was a rough doing there.
Yes.
You know?
So talk about were you having to fight in there to sort of prove yourself in the early stages? Like people testing you and
loads of that because I couldn't speak the language. I was angry myself. I was full of gear at first. Come down off that as well, you know. It like done my head in a little bit, and then I would just argue. I couldn't speak the language, and I just used to say fuck all the time. I went, fuck this, fuck that. But they just took fuck as I'm saying to like you, fuck you or fuck off. I said no, it don't mean that, you know. Like if I say what the fuck, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm telling you to fuck off. But they were taking it all the wrong way, and then they're all just pulling out knives and that. And I thought, what the fuck's going on here? Carlos, one guy who was in there for murder, he could speak English, and he helped me interpret, you know, through the process. He went, listen, when he says fuck, it doesn't mean fuck you or fuck that, yeah. It's like in Spanish, puta, they say, you know, if you say that to somebody, it's, you know, it's bad. Puta madre, this and that, motherfucker. But I was just saying it, going, you know, they say, there's loads of words I learned afterwards, and then, but you have to know how to say the swear word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so eventually you end up gaining respect, and you end up making any friends in the jail? Obviously,
yes.
But you met some powerful people in there as well.
Yeah,
Mafias from around the world. Spain's
top
like
lads,
the hub of Europe, isn't it, in terms of drug business? And you met some serious people there.
Yes. Top kids from Argentina, Panama, Venezuela, Russia, Germany, who had moved millions, and they gave me advice, but they were doing massive sentences, 140 years, and 100. Because in Spain, it's not like here. In Spain, if you do a crime, 2 crimes, 3 crimes, 4 crimes, they add them all on. Here, you can get like concurrent, you know, where you get 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you only end up doing 4.
Yeah.
But in there, add them up, and those kids doing 140 a year.
Yeah. And what about boyfriend and girlfriend as well? Did they end up going to the same jail as you?
The same jail, but they were in different wings.
So you weren't even able to look after him?
No. He went to the main wing where there was about 200 odd heads there, where there was a few of the English kids there. But I was Cat A with only 40 heads there.
Yeah, with all the serious figures.
Yeah.
So you ended up getting through that sentence, thank the Lord. And how long did you end up having to serve out there then? So you got 4.5. What did you do? Is it the same as this country?
3.
So you do 2/3 out there.
Yeah. And a third of the people in my wing had AIDS.
Fucking hell.
Because they all got massive sentences.
All injected.
They're all injecting, sharing needles, because they know you're going to get free, and why do you want to live here? So the sooner you die, the better. You know, that was their way of thinking. And I was just thinking, I don't want to be like these people here, you know. Yeah. And I had to I was on it as well. You know, I never injected it, yeah.
Smoking it.
Yeah. But and then I knocked it all on the head, and I thought, right, I'm gonna get back training, pull myself around, start to learn Spanish, try and get myself fucking out of here.
Thank the Lord, obviously the drugs didn't grip you, keep you there, like, so.
That was you know, I could have gone right down there. Yeah.
So eventually, you obviously end up getting released. Talk to me about how that process works. And that, did you end up getting deported straight back here?
Deported, right?
On air or released in Spain?
Gatwick. They just came to me. My lawyer, he got me expulsion. So we left a little bit earlier, about 2 months earlier. I wasn't even expecting it. Nice. I was in the gym. I was on the bag, in my shorts and my vest, and then the screw went. Sandhu. I went, right, okay, yeah. He went, your papers are here. You're free. Pack your stuff. I went, what? You're going to pack your stuff? And then everybody else around me, they went, what, you're going? Because they're doing 140 years. You know that feeling, yeah? You know, I could see it in their eyes, yeah? They went, he's going home. And I could see, yeah, they're never going home. And it was quite bad. Anyway, my clothing, my shit. They were saying, Chet, can I have your shoes? Can I have your top?
Yeah,
can I have your jeans?
Like I said, it can be quite sad in there. Like when you've only got a couple of years or something, you don't even want to tell people when you find out half these people are in there for these numbers. And it's a bad moment. You can tell it's people get jealous, resentful, and then you obviously feel bad.
Germans were sick as fuck because these Germans were there. There was 4 of them. I had like ricks with all of them. It never came to a fight, you know. I offered them on, but they didn't want to know. But when they knew I was going, and they were looking at tents for kidnap. They came from Germany to pick up this geezer, German geezer who'd fucked off to Spain, to get him, bring him back to Germany because he owed about 100 grand. They come back and they all got nicked, and they were looking at a tent. And it was only them. When I seen in their faces, fucking hell, he's going home. The English guy's going home. But this is not normal, isn't it? German and England, yeah? They're gonna hate each other. But everybody else, the gypsies were all happy for me. They all got out their guitars, flamenco dancing in the yard. It was quite funny, and I gave them all my shit. So I got on the plane, marshalled up, just in my shorts and my vest, handcuffed. They had to clear the last 12 seats off the flight so they could sit with me, and they sat there with guns. Gatwick I went to. When I went to Gatwick, took me out, cuffs off, and they're right, now fuck off.
Did the family wait, or did anyone even
know? No, nobody there. I had no money, nothing, zero.
What did you do? Try and get
I just walked around London. I walked around London all that night, just because I hadn't seen anything. Happy, yeah. Just in my fucking shorts and vest, and this is in February.
Yeah.
And then I phoned my old man in the morning. I went, listen, Dad, you're going to have to sort me out train fare here. He sorted it out. He sent the money to get me a train ticket. I couldn't even get back home.
Yeah.
And so he sorted that out, and then after that...
And then I'm sure, obviously, that must have been enough to put you off crime forever.
Well, it should have been, shouldn't it? It should have been. It should have been. But after that, I thought I was...
Did you not go back into any sort of normality straight away? Did you try and get your head down for a little bit, just stay with your parents, obviously help out in the shop or anything like this, or was it just straight back to madness when you got back to the UK? Or?
Right. What happened was the second week I was back, a friend of mine was getting married. Malcolm Pape, he's a boxer. He was getting, that was his engagement duo, whatever. So that's where I went. And then that's where I met guys from the past here.
I bet you had some crazy connections.
Yes. And so they met me. And they went, Chet, what you up to now? I went, fuck all. So they went, right, okay. Come of mine in the morning. He was a heavy figure. Gates said he was a hard man running the area. So we went back there. So I went to his in the morning. I trained with him and his firm, and it started from there. And then one of the firm got nicked, remanded. So then he goes to me, Chet, there's an opening here if you want it. And at the time we were controlling the prostitution in the northeast. We were closing everybody else down who opened anything up. We were a firm. If you worked, there was no... Newcastle has never had a streetwalker problem where girls walk the streets because we cleared the streets. Because we cleared the streets for the prostitutes. We said if you want to work, you got to work in our flats. But we paid for the flats, paid for everything, paid for the rent, paid for the heating, paid for everything, and £60 a day is all we wanted of them.
Yeah.
And some of the girls were making £1,000 a day.
Yeah.
And punters would come in, and if they didn't pay or they took the piss, they would phone one of us, and then we would just land with masks and fucking big fucking knives, chainsaws, whatever. They would get taxed, smashed the fuck. But the police were happy with this because they said you are cleared up the prostitution problem here.
Yeah, would you let them have a cheap goes as well in there?
Yes, they did. We had a copper on the run. I mean, on the payroll. I can mention him if you wish. I don't know if right. Graham Brown. Graham, I'm sorry, yeah? But he was a good copper, yeah? He was alright, yeah? 7th stretch he got. He got more than us because when we all went to court, the judge says, I can't give you any less than them. Because when he went to court, he didn't open his mouth.
Yeah, so what, you ended up obviously, like you say, going to jail for this offence then?
Yeah.
And how long was it before you ended up going to jail? Did you have a good run or anything?
About
years?
a year. About a year. Only out a year, and then I was back in until 2003.
2003. And so when did you do the book as well? Because obviously
back in 2003. No, 2002. I got out in 2007.
And when did you do the book King of Karachi then?
That happened way afterwards. That was just like Facebook stories.
Yeah.
Somebody, I just used to stick them on there, and somebody said, listen, all these stories are good, you know.
Yeah.
He said, I'll make a book out of this. I went, yeah, can you? Go on then. But it was only 25,000 words.
Yeah.
But I've made a second book now.
Yeah, I've read the King of Karachi. It's probably the first book I think I ever read on the Amazon Kindle, you know, like the online book. I think it's the first book that I ever read like that years ago. But going back to the sentence then for the prostitution, all this sort of stuff, so did the whole group of you end up going to jail then? You had the police officer, obviously, like you say, yourself.
The copper.
And then obviously the firm as well.
The firm, all 5 of us, yeah.
All go to the same jail together and that? And
yes.
So it was kind of all
at first,
too bad. And
well, we were all put in different wings.
Yeah.
Separated.
Where was that, up north or?
Durham.
Yeah.
Durham jail we went all, and then from there I had the big one. The copper had the big one, but the copper went somewhere totally different.
Yeah.
Because they're all linked, aren't they, really, you know? The prison service, the police service, they knew if they sent a copper to a normal jail, he's going to get mashed up.
Yeah, of course. Because
on his first few days, he asked to be in my cell when we first went. Right, this ain't normal, yeah. You can't pick who you want to be with. You had like, if my pal's here, yes, Craney, who you met, yeah. If he's there, I'll say, right, okay, I want my cell with him. They say, fuck you, yeah. You're gonna go in with him. But the copper says, listen, I don't feel safe, yeah. Chet's okay. Can I go with him? And I went, right, okay. So the copper came in with me. which was okay, right? Because he kept his mouth shut, which is not what a lot of other people do, you know. So he kept his mouth shut, and we used to walk the yard, and people used to say, "Chet, that's a copper, you know." I went, "Yes, I know he's a fucking copper. He worked with us, yeah, okay." He didn't get paid nothing. All he got, he just gave us information, right, on tips.
Yeah.
You're going to get a raid here. This is going to get raided. That's going to get raided. And all he wanted was to fuck 1 or 2 girls at a time. That's all he got. That's all he got. Just sexual bullshit. Crazy.
But you know, like by the time you were obviously back in prison again,
yeah.
you'd only been out a year, and then you're back in. Was there not a point where you thought, "My God, what have I done? Why didn't I?"
The first 6 months, I was like taught a lesson. I thought, what the fuck have I just done here?
Reality
because
just
there,
sunk in, obviously
there,
drugs.
I sobered up, straight. You know in Spain, I used to like sort of weed there, yeah, and they give you pills there because they want to keep everybody calm because we're all killers, yeah. So they want to keep you all calm. But in England, it ain't like that, you know. Drug tests fucking every week, this, that. And I just wanted to get the fuck out. Keep my head down, do every course available, just try and be a good boy.
So at this point here, you decided to turn your back on crime.
Yes.
This was a moment, obviously,
yes.
you've done
yes.
2 big stretches.
Yes.
And so you've got through that sentence without the drugs, and you go to the gym, keep yourself healthy.
Yes, every day, eating well.
So how long did you end up serving of this second sentence then? Was it?
Right, the second one, 7, I did 4 years. Parole, it went over my parole time.
Yeah.
So then I didn't think I was going to get it. They went, no, because you're quite bad, blah, blah, blah. Even though I'd done nothing bad. Cat D jail I was in.
Yeah.
Cat D jail, you were allowed to leave the jail, you know, to go and work,
yeah.
to do this, do that. I was the only one who wasn't allowed to leave the jail. So what's all that about? I mean, why am I here? Why am I here, yeah? Because all my other mates are going out for 6 hours, they're fucking their wives, they're coming back with their fingers, where they've been poking their missus, and they're going to me, Chet, smell that. And I'm going, fuck you, motherfucker, yeah? I went, listen, just take the piss out of me because I know I can't leave the fucking jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, well, why the fuck am I here? You know, I said to the screws, I went, why don't you put me back over the fucking wall again? Why am I in an open jail if I'm not allowed to be open?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a hard progress, but it went through and I did it.
And like you say, so at this point here, when did you get released? What year was this then, roughly?
2007.
2007. And you decided, right, I'm not doing any more
done,
prison.
man.
I'm done
man,
I'm on the straight, legit.
Yeah, baby.
Let's make some...
Yeah, my cunt was kicked in, yeah.
And so what did you get into straight away then? Obviously,
straight away then, right, what did I do? I worked with my cousins. We had cash and carry business going down, selling alcohol, blah, blah, blah. It was a straight business. My cousin took me on board because of people that used to buy stock and not pay.
So you're useful there.
So I just used to go around and say, you going to pay or not?
Problem solver in a legit sense then.
But I did it in a nice way,
yes.
You know?
Straight, legitimate sort of way.
Yes, asking them. Yeah, and so then from there,
then obviously you had the book that came out shortly after
yes,
that.
the
King
book,
Karachi,
yes.
which is obviously fantastic. You got obviously some attention from that as well.
Yes.
And obviously today, you're a very successful man, obviously from the CBD and obviously other interests. Well, what point did you end up getting involved in CBD? Obviously, it's a relatively new industry.
CBD, I've been involved with that for 3 years with a friend of mine, Brian Charrington.
Yeah.
You might know his dad.
I've certainly heard of his
Curtis
dad.
Warren.
Yeah.
Curtis,
so,
I know.
I interviewed...
Curtis, is he alive, Curtis?
Yeah, he's getting out of jail very shortly, but I interviewed a guy called Stephen Mee recently. Stephen was Curtis's partner in Holland as well, and he ended up doing 16 years at one stretch, you know what I mean? It's no good in it, it doesn't end well.
It doesn't end well, because I don't know when to stop. They're still doing 160 kilo of cocaine from South America, and they've got millions in the bank. What they can't spend anyway, you can't spend that money anyway. And where are you going to leave it to? That money, they're going to die, and it's going to be underground somewhere. You know?
Absolutely.
Which is why I don't understand, why do you still want to get involved in this shit if you've already got mills upon mills? but they can't help themselves.
Absolutely.
Yes, and they're doing trips, going abroad, this and that, taking people over, popping them on the boat, throwing them overboard, the staff, for the fishes, you know.
No good, is it? No good. Waste of time.
Well, it's a waste of time, yeah, but if they're going to open their mouth, the sea is the best place for them, isn't it?
Of course. And so, talking about the CBD business and that, so you've been, obviously you're a successful man. Is your most of your money you've made through the CBD the last few years and that? Did you do well out of it?
Yes, excellent,
highly profitable?
Yes, it's
and
good.
Are you a big advocate of it? Do you take it yourself every day? Do you take the oils
I take
and stuff
it,
like
yes,
this?
I take it, it works, it cures everything.
And so why do you take it for? Just a general thing, you take it every day?
Well, I take it because I had premature arthritis first. The steroids I was taking, it was like a lot. I had like when I was 26, they said my bones were of a 45-year-old. Yes, because it fucks your bones up, doesn't it? Plus it gives you a lot of skin conditions, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Our bodies, yeah, they work like this. We do not have an ibuprofen or an opiate system. So when you take these tablets, temporary effect. The side effects are worse.
Yeah.
That's why I never take a tablet. I never take a paracetamol. I never take anything. I don't take anything like that because it's all bollocks. Right. CBD I take only. Cannabis I take, okay? Sometimes I'll have a fucking smoke. Because our bodies are built in with a cannabinoid system built in.
Yeah.
The receptors are there. If you don't put this into your body, this is where things go wrong. Skin conditions, cancer cells build up, you get eczema, you get arthritis, you get Parkinson's, you get this and you get that. But if you take this, it's cured a lot of people. I know it's a bit illegal, yeah, that I can't really talk about the full effects of all this, but it does work and it's helped a lot of people.
Okay, perfect. And so people can order that directly from you? Or
Directly on my website, please. Yeah, if you can stick my website on the bottom.
Yeah, put the website. What's it called, Chet?
alphacbd.eu.
Yes. And so that's your main business interest. Have you got any other business interests at the moment?
Landlord.
Yeah.
I'm a landlord. Before I went to jail, when I used to work with my mum and dad in the shop, we bought houses. We bought houses in the 90s. Straight money then back then, yeah. We bought them for 15 to 18 grand. Now they're worth about 100 grand. Yeah. So that's where we invest our money, you know. We had the shop money, stuck it into that, and
fantastic.
Got the rental income has been coming in, and now these houses are big money now, you know.
Fantastic.
So it's all works that
so
way.
You're constantly chasing up people for their rent then?
Chasing for the rent now. I'm gonna sell all my houses. Not all of them.
Why?
But why? Because I want a mansion. Yes, Alpha Manor we're gonna call it. Thug mansion. Some people have been saying yeah, but I ain't gonna call it a thug, yeah, because it's gonna put people off. Alpha Manor. It's gonna be called. It's gonna be a big gaff with everything in it. Studio,
so people
built in.
Go pay to stay there, or is
People
it
can, yeah. You could go visit. Have a day there, spend half a day with us. My friends will be there, there'll be girls working there as well. You can have a day with them, they will take care of you. Nothing sexual is going to go down here, not in my house, and no drugs neither. So, no, we've been laughing, yeah. Ain't no sex and no drugs in my house, baby. Yeah.
It sounds like quite a place. Have you got your eye on anywhere in particular? Where's it going to be up north?
Well, I don't know yet. Yeah, this is what we're looking at.
So
you know,
there's sell some property in 2022 and hopefully.
I've already sold 2 of my houses.
Yeah.
This one I've sold. I've sold another one. I'm selling another one. So I just want to pay for this house cash.
Yeah.
With the cash I've already got, because I can explain all that.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Hopefully it comes into
Well, you're going to be coming up.
Hopefully I can be there.
You're going to stay the night, baby. See what's going on, baby. You ain't going to lose.
So,
you ain't going to leave, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And so talk to me about the QFC as well, the Quarantine Fight Club, is it called? And is that something you're actually part of it? Are you one of the
yes
founders of it?
I fund it, yeah. I fund it
And
with.
what is it then? So talk to
Right, what is it? Do you want to get Craney involved in this? He can explain as well. Right, what it is, it's just like a bit crazy, yeah? It's not like normal fighting, yeah? It's like 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Grudge matches, people that don't like each other.
Yeah, nice.
You can get in the ring, stick on the gloves, it's all safe. We've got docs there, the medics, no one's going to get hurt. And you can have a fight in a safe place, you know, and instead of on the street and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
This is our thing, and I'm fighting on the first show as well. And
So when is this show?
22nd of January at Maggie's at Halifax.
So people can buy tickets to this, or will it be streamed?
Yes,
well,
we got. Yeah, well, yeah, it's gonna be streamed, pay-per-view. That's gonna be organised. Pay-per-view. We're only gonna charge a £5. We're just keeping all our costs low, so people can see it. It's just like a circus, you know.
Nice.
There's one fight, 6-on-1s.
You see, it's gone crazy recently. This is what people want. Like,
This is
I've got
what people
one of my
want,
friends, I
yeah.
interviewed that little man recently, the midget who's come out of jail after being a career criminal, and he's become a star boxer.
Get that midget, get the midget on QFC.
So he's become a star.
Get this midget on
This is
QFC.
what people want to
Where
see
is he?
more than
Where is he?
normal.
Where is he? Tell him to give me a ring.
So,
Tell the midget to give me a ring.
And so, in terms of people keeping updated with all this stuff, you're putting all the information out in your social medias all the time. So
yeah.
if they follow your Facebook and stuff like this, so they can find out all the information about
Instagram,
streaming,
sure.
Instagram, perfect. And obviously the links will be for that below. And you mentioned earlier you've got a second book. Is that out yet, or is that
Right,
coming out?
that's getting published by Sean Atwood.
It's a big shout out to Sean Atwood.
Sean Atwood. Big shout out, brother, yeah. He's done a lot for me, yeah. But you still owe me 1 or 2 favours here and there as well. Because I've never asked for expense stuff on the motherfucker this as well.
And he's got enough money as well.
Yeah, no, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes out his fucking skin. He makes out his skin, the motherfucker.
So,
right, but anyway.
Is the book written already?
The book's done, yeah.
And who wrote the book? Did you have someone to help
me.
you? Oh, you actually wrote the book?
Me.
Fantastic.
Me, I wrote it, but it just needs to be put in spelling mistakes, grammar, paragraphs,
And this is a bit
chapters.
more in-depth than the King of Crime?
Yes, this is from me when I was, from my early days, from when I was 3. It's 120,000 words. So it's bigger than a novel. 80,000 words is a novel. So I've gone over that. And
So I can't wait to see that come out. And I'll tell you something that would obviously be great for you is the audio book, which I know Sean specialises in. Will you get an audio book?
Yes, I will.
Give your own voice?
Yes, I will do that.
Like I said, Sean says most of the time people actually, the audio book's more than the people who read it.
Yeah, I know this, This is what I've been told. So, okay, I will do an audio book as well, yeah. Yeah.
And so like I say, you've got lots of stuff coming up this year. You've got the fight, you're training hard at the moment.
Training hard. That's crazy, yeah. We have days on, days off. You've come today,
Are you not on the steroids anymore then?
No.
Still in good
Not
shape,
at the
though.
minute.
I don't say that.
Not at the minute, no. Now it's just my oils, CBD, eating well, and that's it, you know. Keep myself right. This fight, I think I've just got to I need an incentive. Otherwise, you just get slack, don't you, you know.
So have you got a tough opponent?
Tough opponent, Wesley, real deal, meal deal, if you call him O'Neill. Shout out to Wes, okay? He's an alright boy. He's had 300 odd fights. I'm not going to say how many he's won or whatever. Okay, it's my first fight this. So we got to take all that in consideration. Plus he's only half my age.
Yep.
So I think it's fair.
Fair play to you. And so what you do, looking to sort of dip your toes into water, see how it feels, then maybe it could be something that carries on. And
see how it feels, yeah.
And then maybe after that, if there's anyone that potential
call
opponents that you've got your eye on, people that maybe, like you say, that you can resolve conflicts through.
Yes. This is what I'm going to do on the show. So, call outs, yeah. So there's certain names. You've had them on your show.
Really?
They're going to get called out, baby.
Okay.
They ain't called out, motherfuckers. You want to go? Let's go, baby.
Well, I look forward to seeing it. And maybe I can come down on the night and do some work with
Of course. That's if they show up.
Yeah,
Ask him to show up, yeah.
So, but like I said, like I said at the start, I'd like to really thank you for the opportunity today to come up here, Chet, and hopefully, obviously, down the line we can start doing more and more bits together and going. Because today it's more of a general one, so people can sort of understand your story, and then maybe we can come back and talk about the Spanish time in particular. So you spent 3 years there, and 3 years without and go into more depth. But I'd like to say, much appreciate for the opportunity. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you win your fight on February 22nd, you said?
Yes.
And
no, January 22nd.
January 22nd, so it's literally only in a couple of weeks.
2 weeks or something, yeah.
Jesus.
I need to sort myself out a little bit as well, yeah.
You sparring regularly?
Sparring? Not yet, but we will be with Craney.
Yeah.
Me and Anthony Craney are going to do a bit of sparring, yeah.
Nice. And so did you want to do any shout-outs today? Did you want to introduce Craney to
Shout
the
out
viewers?
Craney. Craney, get your ass here, motherfucker.
Come on.
You're really doing right camera.
Sit down.
This is Craney here.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been helping me out a lot.
Yep.
Yes, we train together. Craney, do you want a bit to talk about yourself?
I'm fighting BFBE on the 23rd of February. It's on pay-per-view. Tune in, give us a watch.
Fantastic.
Training hard, ready to go.
And
he's 24, he's only a young kid yet.
Nice. We'll look forward to it. Good luck. And are you part of the QFC as well? Like you're
I'm doing 3-on-1. I'm fighting 3 people at once, so it's all just a laugh really, innit?
Yeah.
Something to do.
And so you're quite experienced fighter?
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Had over 200 fights altogether.
And so the BFBA actually looks like a real good show. It looks like it's really coming up at the moment.
Yeah, it's doing really well for itself. It's doing bits in it, so it'll be good to be a part of it.
Yeah, nice. So I look forward to seeing your career sort of flourish and stuff like this, and hopefully QFC could become a big thing in the next few years.
QFC, I think so, yes, because we're giving something what hasn't been seen before, you know. And Sean's got a lot of links in America. Yep. I think the Americans will love to watch English idiots.
Doing that shit.
English idiots just going stupid. I think it's I think it's a worker.
Yeah, it's nice. So like I said, you've got lots of stuff coming up. Both you guys got fights coming up. You've got book coming up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to be doing lots more stuff with Sean Atwood. We'll put the link in the description for your playlist. And do you want to guys tell your social medias where people can reach out to you? What's your social media?
Social media, Instagram I have, Chet Sandhu 666. But I don't answer any messages and I don't read no comments on there. There's certain people, you know who they are. They have fake profiles and they just send me abuse. Mentioning my mother, my kids, my daughters. You've interviewed one as well, yeah, who is liable for all of this fucking bullshit, yeah, okay? And you're gonna get called out, baby. I ain't gonna say your fucking name now, yeah? But you're gonna get called out in the ring, okay? You're getting called out. You're young, younger than me, bigger than me. You take steroids, think you're the big man. Let's see who the fucking big man is, baby. Let's go.
Well, we can't wait for that. And like I said, Chet, I want to really thank you. Wish you the best of luck this year. You're doing really well, and hopefully long may it continue.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Until next time.
Okay, brother. Thank you.